we take a look at 10. Again, we need to factor everything we can. And we can factor the numerator and the denominator. So put my fraction bar there for my factored form. Let's factor the numerator in green and the denominator in blue. So to factor the numerator, again, split the middle, multiply the first and last. 6 times negative 7 is negative 42. We have to figure out which of these can combine to give us negative 11. So let's find all the factors of 42. 1 and 42, 2 and 21, 3 and 14, and 6 and 7. And the ones that can combine to get negative 11 are 3 and negative 14. So we have 6x squared minus 14x plus 3x minus 7. We have 4 terms, so we can go ahead and group. The GCF out between my first group is 2x, and we're left with 3x minus 7. Bring down the plus sign. The GCF between the second group is 1, and we're left with 3x minus 7. Make 2 parentheses. My GCFs go together in one. My repeating parenthesis goes in the other. So there's my numerator. Now let's factor our denominator. Take out your GCF. My GCF between the first two is 2. We can also take out an x. And we're left with 3x minus 7. Can't factor anything else. So we're left with 2x times 3x minus 7. Once you have factored everything, find your domain by taking your denominator and saying each factor can't equal 0. Because again, we can't have 0 in the denominator. So when we solve here, we divide by 2. We get x can't equal 0. When we solve here, we add 7. Then divide by 3. And we get x can't equal 7 over 3. There's our domain. Now we can cancel. These 2 parentheses cancel, so we're left with 2x plus 1 in the numerator and 2x in the denominator. The 2's don't cancel because they have to be identical, right? We have to have a 2x plus 1 for them to cancel. So we just leave it. Last problem here. Again, factor everything that you can. This is what it will be once it's done factoring. Let's factor the numerator in purple. And let's factor the denominator in green. When we factor the numerator, I have x cubed, and I can't split the middle when I have an x cubed, but I notice I can take out a GCF. I can take out an x. So when I take an x out, I'm left with x squared minus 9x. Oh, sorry, there's a squared there. 9x plus 18. Now I can split the middle. So when I take out the GCF and I split the middle, I leave some space, bring the GCF down, and I know I'm going to have 2 parentheses. So now we're going to multiply the first and last together. 1 times 18 is 18. And all the factors of 18 are 2 and 9, 3 and 6, and I forgot to put 1 and 18. The 2 that combine to give me negative 9 are 3 and 6, but they're both going to be negative. So you write my middle, I write it as x squared minus 3x minus 6x plus 18. We have 4 terms, so we can group. Take out a GCF, I have x minus 3. Bring down the negative. My GCF between the next group is 6. We're left with x minus 3. Fill in your parentheses, and then you're done. So that's my numerator. Now let's factor the denominator. The GCF between, the only thing we can do with the denominator is take out a GCF. That's not a perfect square minus a perfect square. So I'm just going to take out an x. And I'm left with x minus 10. That's my denominator. So x, and then x minus 10. Now to find your domain, you just solve. So take your domain and say they can't equal 0. Right? This one's already solved for, so that's one of the things that can't be in our domain, 0. And when we solve here, right, we add 10 to both sides, we get that x can't equal 10. So x can't equal 0, x can't equal 10, and then we cancel, and the only things that can cancel are those x's. So our numerator is x minus 6 and times x minus 3, and our denominator just becomes x minus 10.